Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to take you through a short restorative flow to help you get some deep stretches in, unwind and cool down properly post-workout. So whenever you're ready, grab some space on the floor and grab a mat if you have one. And today you might need a pillow and maybe some straps as well. And if you've got these yoga blocks or maybe some books or some other pillows or something of a block shape, grab them too, because you'll need them if you can, but if not, I can show you the adaptive poses without the blocks. So whenever you're ready, come to a seated position with your legs crossed if possible. If not, you can just leave them out in front of you or wherever you're most comfortable. And we're just going to take a few breaths in as we breathe in through the nose and exhale completely. And I just want you to take 3 deep breaths in your own time. Cooling down the body, encouraging everything to relax, and getting ready to stretch. And then we're just going to take our left hand and place it over the top of our head, kind of on our right ear if you like. You can keep this other hand down below or wherever it's comfortable just by your side. We're just going to gently pull the head over so we're stretching through the side neck, and just take 5 deep breaths here. Trying our best to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And you can gently increase the pressure, pull the right shoulder back and down, away from the ear so you can feel the stretch in the side of the neck. Just release off the side of the neck, the upper traps. Last breath all the way in. And exhale as you bring the head back to center, and we'll do the other side. So take the right hand to the left side of the head or around where your ear is, and just gently pull the neck over to the side, the head over to the side. And again, just take 5 deep breaths, and your left arm can just relax on the floor or on your knee, wherever you're comfortable. Just consciously try and pull that left shoulder down away from the ear. So you're increasing the stretch. Again, releasing the upper traps and the neck, somewhere that we carry a lot of tension in from day to day, especially if you've been doing a lot of overhead lifting. Last breath all the way in. Exhale completely and just release the head, and we'll just rock it from side to side, stretch it off. You can make a few circles if you want to. Whatever feels good. And then we're going to take a seated side twist. So we're going to stay in this seated position. If you can cross your legs, that would be perfect. You're going to inhale as you lift the body up and out of the pelvis, and then exhale as you reach round and look over the back of your left shoulder, and use the right arm to pull the body round, really twist through that spine. And again, we'll just take 5 deep breaths here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. With every inhale, see if you can find a little bit more length to twist that spine, and with every exhale, twist around a little bit further. Let the body relax into the twist. Encourage the muscles to succumb to the stretch. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale as you twist around for the last time, as far as you can go. Can you get any extra movement there? And then as you inhale, slowly come all the way back to center, and we'll swap sides. So left hand comes over right knee. You're going to inhale to lift and twist, reaching back with your right arm and pushing into the ground so you're pulling your body around as you exhale. And again, use that breath with every inhale. Find more length, more space. And with every exhale, push deeper into that stretch, into that twist. See if you can get the body to just let go. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you come all the way back to centre. And again, just stretch it off. Maybe do a few lateral stretches from side to side. Open up those ribs. Get the spine back in line. And then whenever you're ready, just grab your blocks if you have them. If you don't worry. We're going to come into puppy pose. So with the blocks, if you have them, I want you to place, they're just going to help you get deeper into your shoulders. So I'm not too worried about you getting into puppy pose like you normally would. What I want you to do is try and open up the underarm. So come to a kneeling position on your feet at the back of your mat, and then reach your hands up forwards and think about pushing your armpits towards the floor. So just lift your bum off your heels and think about pressing down the chest towards the floor. And if this is enough for you, that's absolutely fine. You can take your eye gaze to the mat, or if you want to take your eye gaze further, you can. If you want to go all the way forwards, try and keep your hips above your knees if possible, but you can just let the body go all the way forwards and bring the chest towards the floor. And that's quite a deep stretch. So if you want to stay here, if you've got no blocks, you're more than welcome. If you want to come back up a bit and just reach forwards. We're going to be here for about 10 breaths. If you have these blocks, take the blocks out in front of you, place your arms over, and don't worry about getting your chest to the floor. Just let the body melt towards the floor and let gravity do its work as you open up those shoulders, open up those armpits. And just take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Let the body melt down to the floor. Let gravity pull your chest down. Let your head relax. You can even place your head on the floor if you want to. This is a really good shoulder opener. It's a really good one if you're doing a lot of overhead lifting, a lot of barbell work, a lot of gymnastics work. This is going to help stretch off those shoulders, those rotator cuffs. And it will also help get into the upper back as well, bending it in a different direction from what it's normally used to. So maintaining that spinal movement. You've probably got about 3 breaths left now, so really focus on breathing deep in through the nose. Exhale and melt deeper in towards the ground. You might find one side's tighter than the other. Last breath all the way in. And again, exhale all the way out. And as you inhale, come all the way back up. And you're still going to need hold of these blocks. So we're going to go into a similar pose, but we're going to child's pose with our hands behind our back. So without the blocks, option is to just simply come into child's pose, bring your elbows forwards, reach behind your back, and just open up those tricep muscles behind you. Bring your head towards the floor and just stay here for 10 breaths. If you have these blocks, this is going to help you get deeper if you want to. And again, you don't have to use them as high as this. They can be this way, this way, this way, wherever you want. So use them as you feel comfortable. Place your elbows on those blocks, clasp the hands behind your back and reach down the spine and just let your chest melt towards the floor again. And take 10 deep breaths. So you've probably taken 2 now. It doesn't matter if your bum comes off the floor or off the heels. Just go wherever you feel comfortable. So this is kind of like a yin yoga, restorative yoga. So it's all about getting comfy into the pose and letting gravity kind of pull the body down to stretch off whatever area it is that you're stretching. So don't worry about resisting against anything. You should just be able to relax into it. Don't worry if you can't get too far or too deep. Just go with whatever feels good today. And you've probably got about 3 breaths left now. So remember to breathe in through that nose. Drawing the breath deeper down into the lungs so that we're activating our parasympathetic systems, which is the relaxation system, the stress relief system. Last breath all the way in. Exhale, see if you can just melt deeper one last time. And then slowly unravel yourself, come all the way back up, and you can put those blocks to one side now, as we're done with them. Right, so you're going to come down onto the floor in a prone position, and we're just going to cactus the arms. So by cactus, just bend the arm at a 90 degree at the elbow, and place them out to the sides of you. Facing downwards, you're just going to inhale as you lift your left leg up and reach over to the right. Don't worry about reaching it all the way back, and use the left hand to push into the ground and open up that shoulder in this cactus arm position. So sometimes we do this with straight arms and we call it scorpion. It's kind of a variation of that. You're just taking 5 deep breaths here. You should feel this more probably in your shoulder now because of the arm positioning. So you might not be able to get over as far as you might have with a straight arm. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. See if you can reach a little bit further with that stretch. And then inhale as you come all the way back up with the leg, plant it back down, and we'll do the other side. So both arms are cactused again. You're going to place the right hand now underneath your right shoulder. Take yourself back down to the floor, so face down, and then inhale as you lift that right leg up, reach it over as you exhale, and open up that left shoulder. So you should feel this under the armpit, across the front of the shoulder, all around your rotator cuff really. And again, we're here for 5 breaths, so you're probably on number 2. And don't rush these breaths, let them be slow, take as long as you need. If you want to take more, pause the video. You could take up to sort of 10 breaths or a minute in each pose, or even 2 minutes if you wanted to. So feel free to pause me if you want to. Take those breaths and then move on to the next pose. The last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you come all the way back up. And we're going to find Cobra Pose. So if Cobra Pose is too much for you, so you're coming up onto your hands and you're pressing into the ground and just relaxing your hips to the ground. So if this is too much for you, feel free to come down to Sphinx. Wherever you're comfortable, stay there. So you should feel this opening up your abdominal muscles and the front of your hips, maybe a little bit of your chest as well. So as you inhale, press into the ground, and we're just going to take 3 deep breaths in this position, allowing the hips to just melt into the ground. Relax everything, relax the shoulders back and down, or open ears. Think about sending the belly button forward so that it's almost trying to get down to the ground with your hips. But keep those arms nice and straight. One last breath all the way in. Exhale completely, and then as you inhale, we're going to lift a little bit, and as we exhale, we're going to reach over our left shoulder and look behind us. Take 3 deep breaths here. Last deep breath all the way in. And then as you inhale, come back to center, and as you exhale, look over the other shoulder. So we're looking over our right shoulder this time. Inhale to lift, exhale to reach back, looking over the same as those seated ones. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you tap the toes and lift the body back up off the floor. Exhale, press back to down facing dog. Just pedal out the feet, push those sit bones high. Relax the head towards the floor. And then walk the feet in towards the hands. Take a moment in Uttanasana Forward Fold. We can inhale to lift the hands up above the head, and then exhale as we clasp behind the hands, pull the hands back and down away from the shoulders, and then we're going to exhale as we fold forwards, lifting the hands and reaching up behind us.
Take 5 deep breaths here, really thinking about bringing the chest towards the thighs, and the crown of the head hand towards the ground, and pull those hands back towards the ceiling. With every exhale, see if you can melt a bit deeper over those thighs, get closer to being completely pancaked. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hands, and then just slowly bend the knees and come to seated. And this is where you might need your pillows. So I've got just normal pillows here if you wanted those, but I've also got this bolster pillow which is specifically for yoga. If you have one of these, grab one because this is really good for this purpose. But we're just going to take a normal forward fold over this pillow. So you're going to plant the pillow in between your legs, and if you've got a normal pillow, just grab a normal one. We're going to inhale to lift up, and then exhale as you reach the body over, and just let the body melt over that pillow. You can clasp your feet if you want to. And just take 5 deep breaths here. Just let the body relax down over onto the pillow. You should feel this in the back of your hamstrings, your lower back. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely, and then inhale to come all the way back up. We're going to do a side, so half head to knee pose. So keep that pillow there, but just maybe move it over to one side. We're going to bring the right foot in towards the left inner thigh. Bring that pillow into wherever you want to go, and we're just going to inhale to lift up, lengthening through the spine, lifting that pelvis out of the groin, or lifting the spine out of the pelvis, and then exhale as you reach forwards. See if you can grab that foot if you can and flex the toes back towards you, and then just let the other hand melt over the pillow. Bring the head to the pillow, and you'll feel this now more in the side area of the spine as you're reaching over down the side of the leg. And just let the body melt down to the ground. Use gravity as your friend today. Relax into the pose, and again we're just here for 5 breaths, so you're probably halfway. Last breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you come all the way up. And we'll switch over the legs. So right leg goes out straight, left sole of the foot comes in towards the right thigh. Again, just shuffle that pillow over to wherever you're comfortable. If you can't bend as far forwards and reach your foot, then feel free to just put the pillow closer into your chest and hug the pillow here. Wherever feels good for you, you should be feeling this down your one side of the back of your leg and up the back of your spine as well, maybe into the side over here. So you're going to inhale to lift and reach again, pulling that spine out of the pelvis, spine and leg, and then exhale as you fold over, reaching for that foot if you can get there, and then just relaxing the body over that pillow. This shouldn't be strenuous, it shouldn't be hard work. By now you should be feeling pretty relaxed. And again, we're here for 5 breaths, so you're probably on number 3. Taking a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhaling completely. The last one now, all the way in as we breathe through the nose. And exhale completely. And then inhale to come up. You can plant that pillow to one side. And we're going to slide down now onto our backs and slowly come into a supported bridge pose. So if you have a pillow, you can use the pillow underneath you. If you have a block, these are the best things for it. I'm trying to think what else you could use. Probably a pillow or a block's the best thing. But yeah, so you're just basically going to plant this block either that way, or that way, whichever way you prefer. You'd be surprised, most people can do this way despite being inflexible. And you're going to place it on the hard area of your lower back, so the sacrum of your spine. The block's going to go there. So we're going to come down onto our backs, and then we're going to inhale as we lift our hips up, finding that bridge pose. So if you want to and you haven't got a block or a pillow, clasp your hands underneath you, reach back towards your toes and lift those hips high and just relax there for 5 to 10 breaths. If you have got a block, plant that block underneath on that hard area of the spine, and then just release the hands and let gravity pull your hips over that block. You'll feel that it kind of has this pressure area on your lower back that just feels nice as it releases any tension there. Just take 5 deep breaths all the way in. And really force that exhale out and let the body melt down as you exhale. Last breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then as you inhale, lift the block out from underneath you as you lift your hips up. Just plant it to one side. And we're just going to inhale to lift our knees back towards our stomachs and just give them a quick hug with your hands. Wrap your hands around them if you want to. And then take your hands out to a T-shaped position, palms facing down. And we're going to drop the knees over to the right side of the body as we exhale, keeping those shoulders glued to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look towards the left. So you're twisting the head the opposite way from the knees. And then if you want to, you can press down on the outer thigh to help the knees to the floor with that right hand, or you can extend, if you're already on the floor with the knees, that left foot into the right hand. And just take 5 deep breaths here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You've probably got 1 or 2 more to go. Take 1 last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then inhale as you lift the knees and the head back to center again. And then we're going to drop them as we exhale over to the left. Inhale to lift and twist the head to look at the back of the right hand this time, so you're twisting the knees the opposite way from the head. And then just relax there for another 5 breaths. If you want to press down on that outer thigh, you can, or extend that top leg and cradle it in the opposite hand. You can. Just make sure these shoulders stay glued to the ground. If your knees don't touch the floor, don't worry, just let gravity do the work. Let them hang there in the air. And again, just 5 deep breaths. So you're probably halfway through. Take 1 last deep breath all the way in. Exhale completely. And then slowly inhale as you lift the legs and the head back to center. You can give them a quick hug with both hands and rock from side to side. And then if you want to take a mini Savasana or relaxation, you can just extend the legs, come into corpse pose and begin your Savasana.